Get ready, America, for this is the best of Destination Small Town, a Cluck TV production, featuring the shows that have taken Sweet Swine County by storm. The reality hit, The Real Housewives of Sweet Swine County, Sweet Swine's favorite music show, Backstage at the Commune, the tastefully done cooking segment, Cooking It Up with Betty, the always zany soap opera, As the Corn Grows, and of course, the wildly popular talk shows that share what's happening inside and outside Sweet Swine County. Which shows will you be seeing today? Stay tuned and find out right after the break.
Get ready, because our culinary expert and, dare we say, wine aficionado beyond belief, Betty Thompson, is preparing some tantalizing dishes for us on her show, Cooking It Up with Betty. In the midst of cooking, our dear old Betty does join her What's Cooking reporters traveling throughout our story country. Now, on this station and the web.
This program has been made possible by Purdue University, Sweet Swine County's Institute of Higher Learning, with 3 classroom trailers that can accommodate up to 9 students each. To learn more, visit sweetswinescoop.com.
Get ready, because just when you thought you'd gotten the cockleburs out of your overalls, they're now on TV. That's right, this is one weed you won't want to pull. The Cocklebur Morning Show, with hosts who deliver a mix of news, entertainment, and information about the communities throughout our story country. Now on this station and the web.
This program is made possible in part by Swine Tales Publications, the proud publisher of Sweet Swine County maps and plat books, now publishing authors from throughout Sweet Swine County. Swine Tales Publication is now making plans for their next book tour, and they may be held in these small towns, with the release of Poems I Wrote and More Poems I Wrote by Sweet Swine County's own Poet Laureate, Ronnie P. Silage. After serving as Poet Laureate of Sweet Swine County for over 20 years, Ronnie was encouraged to put his poetic masterpiece in book form for all to cherish and enjoy. With a wealth of life experiences to draw upon, Ronnie P. is a veritable pit of poetic musings and life lessons learned. Each of these towns and their businesses are being considered to hold a book signing because of the information found on the best source about small towns of the Midwest. To learn about these towns and their businesses, visit destinationsmalltown.com.
Get ready, because now you can watch a full of fun daytime talk show that shares the latest and greatest news about the people, places, and events found all over our story country. The Women of Sweet Swine County, hosted by 3 sassy ladies that tell small town stories with big town attitude. Now on this station and the web. Welcome back to another exciting episode of As the Corn Grows! Today, we join Aunt Minnie as she does her best to reassure Cousin John that Little John is safe and sound.
Calm down, Johnny. Elmer's watching Little John.
Elmer? Elmer Plow? Oh, crap. That's like leaving a monkey in charge of the zoo. Get my clothes. I gotta get out of here.
I can't let you do that, Mr. Olson. You've been in a coma for over 2 weeks.
That's right, Johnny. You listen to Dr. Gus.
2 weeks? I've been laying in this bed for 2 weeks? God, no wonder I need a shave.
That's right, Johnny. After Dr. Gus removed the bullet, you slipped into a coma for 2 weeks. I was afraid you'd never come out of it.
Bullet?
Yes, you were shot at your birthday party.
Don't you remember?
All I remember is my little brother introducing me, and And then Plow yelling something about gun and jumping off the stage. That's it.
Someone tried to kill you.
And they nearly succeeded. If they would have been 2 inches lower, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Well, I sure hope they caught the character.
Yes, well, Officer Dave arrested Ronnie P. Silage last week.
Silage? I thought he was in Europe.
Oh, that's what he wanted everyone to believe. He never left the country.
Relax, Mr. Olson. I got a few more tests before I can discharge you.
Yes, Johnny. Johnny, be sensible. Gotta listen to what he's saying. Don't be concerned with anything. Just go ahead and relax. Relax. No, you can't. Just be calm. Calm
Listen,
down.
you. I just woke up to see Mystic Ray hovering over me, and she had murder in her eyes and a hypodermic needle in her hands. And if Minnie hadn't come in on time, I think I'd be pushing up daisies come morning.
That can't be. We have the most top-notch security in this hospital.
No, Johnny's right. I saw her too.
I tell you what, that woman is insane. She'll do anything to get Little John back. Where's my phone? I gotta call and get Officer Dave over here pronto.
Do you have any threes? When's my dad gonna get out of his coma?
Oh, any day now. I'm sure of it, kid. Go fish. I'll be right back. Don't cheat. May I help you?
Yes, my very tall friend. I've come to take Little John back.
Mom?
Little
Stay
John,
put, Little John. I will take care of this.
go pack your bags. Our plane leaves in an hour.
Stay right there, Little John.
Hurry, Little John, hurry. Okay, my misguided friend, now you have a seat.
I'm gonna warn you. I've got a black belt in karate, and I'm not afraid to use it.
Oh, your mother must be so proud. But I have a gun. So sit and put your hands behind your back.
You are making a big mistake. I'm telling you, a big mistake. Little John is much better off with Cousin John.
He is mine, and I will have him back.
What's wrong with Elmer?
Oh, he said something about wanting to take a little nap.
In a chair?
Yes. Are you packed?
Yes, but shouldn't we call Miss Minnie and tell her where we're going?
We will later. Now, hurry. Let's go.
Oh, nobody knows the troubles I've seen. Nobody but Prairie Ann. P-R-A.
Ronnie, there's been a break in the case.
Whose case?
Your case. Cousin John woke up from his coma.
Now, and this is good news for me because...
Because then he could tell us who shot him at his birthday party.
Oh, I bet that was B.T. Plow. She's been stalking him for months.
Well, what about Katie? She's been itching to take over Clock.
Katie would never have it in her to kill a man in cold blood. She's just not that way.
Officer Dave will be back on Friday. We'll know a little bit more then.
Friday? I can't rot in this cell till Friday.
I know, Ronnie. Just hang in there.
I can't take it, I tell you, I can't take it. Get that copper boyfriend of yours and get me out of here. Well, isn't that a tricky turn of events? Are Ronnie's jailbird days finally coming to an end? And will Bonnie remember she's manning the Sweet Swine Police switchboard? Guess we'll find out after the break.
What's Cooking? A KLUK TV production. Starring Abby Appetite, Lenny and Lola Leftover. Their destination, outside Sweet Swine County. Their purpose, to share their discoveries of the best cafes, restaurants, bakeries, supper clubs, and night spots. It all began when they realized food options in Sweet Swine County were limited. Now you can learn what they learned, with hundreds of food options. What's Cooking? In living color on the web.
This program is made possible in part by Swine Tales Publications, the proud publisher of Sweet Swine County maps and plat books, now publishing authors from throughout Sweet Swine County. Swine Tales Publication is now making plans for their next book tour, and they may be held in these small towns with the release of How to Be Jealous of Yourself by Prairie Ann. Born with a total package and surrounded by jealousy her entire life, Prairie Ann shares her personal rise to the top as Sweet Swine's hometown sweetheart. Prairie Ann has thrown off the yoke of pure envy, theirs, not hers, and has put her vast wealth of knowledge in this tell-all book. Each of these towns and their businesses are being considered to hold a book signing because of the information found on the best source about small towns of the Midwest. To learn about these towns and their businesses, visit DestinationSmallTown.com. This program has been made possible by The Daily Boar. This sometimes daily newspaper reports the news the residents of Sweet Swine County want to know. Also now featured online at SweetswineScoop.com.
Welcome back to As the Corn Grows. Now, we join Aunt Minnie as she returns home to check on Little John.
Elmer? Little John? Good news, Johnny's awake.
What?
Elmer, what's wrong? And where's Little John?
Little John. Oh, Mystic Ray took Little John.
What? No! Why didn't you stop her?
She had a gun.
You let her walk out of this house with Little John?
I don't know. It's all a blur. She must have drugged me. I can't remember anything. What time is it?
It's 3:45. How long ago did she leave?
Well, I remember we were playing Go Fish. I look up at the clock. It's 3:10. I'd say about an hour.
Well, did she say where she was going?
Kidnappers don't say where they're going. She's going to the airport.
Well, listen, Elmer, you have to get on the phone and call Officer Dave immediately and have him call airport security.
Okay, I'll do that.
I'm going over there. Now, where did I put my gun?
Sweet Swine Police Station, what is your emergency?
This is Elmer Plow. Little John has been kidnapped.
Slow down, Mr. Plow, slow down. When did this happen?
About 45 minutes ago.
What makes you think Little John was kidnapped?
Because an angry mother shoved a gun in my face, drugged me, and took him. Maybe you'd better let me talk to Officer Dave and hurry up about it.
No can do, Elmer. Officer Dave, he's over at the High Horse. There's emergency service seminar. He won't be back until tomorrow.
Tomorrow will be too late. He's been kidnapped. Don't you get that?
I'll radio Melvin. He's on patrol. Do you have any idea where this mother took Little John?
It wasn't any mother. It was Little John's mother, Mystic Ray. She said her plane left in an hour, and that was about 45 minutes ago.
Can you give me a description of this Mystic Ray?
Sure thing. She's 5'5", long blonde hair, brown eyes, and she's got a gun.
Well, geez, why didn't you say something in the first place? I'll dispatch Melvin to the airport and alert the Sweet Swine County Airport security to be on the lookout for Mystic Ray and the boy. Sweet Swine Headquarters, Sweet Swine 1.
Sweet Swine 1, over.
Get over to the airport ASAP. Mystic Ray, Cousin John's ex-lover, has just kidnapped Little John.
Roger that.
Oh, Melvin, use caution. She's armed and dangerous.
That's a 10-4. Sweet Swine 1 out.
10-4, base clear. Sweet Swine Police Station, what's your emergency?
Listen, this is John Robert Olson.
Mr. Olson, weren't you in a coma?
Well, I was, but I'm not now.
So, you woke up from a coma and decided to call a police station?
No, listen, is Officer Dave there?
No, I'm sorry. He's at a seminar over at High Horse right now. He'll be back tomorrow.
Oh, for heaven's sakes. Listen, I need to report an attempted murder.
Okay, who's the attempted murderee?
Me.
Okay, who's the attempted murderer?
It was Mystic Ray.
I see. So did this murder happen before or after Mystic Ray kidnapped Little John?
Kidnapped? Little John's been kidnapped?
That's right, Lawyer Ed. Cancel my request to look into the medical records of my Aunt Ella. Yes, I know that you'll be billing me. Of course. Bye. Billable hours, my eye. Ugh. Now, where was I? Let's see. Yes, March 5, 1956.
My. Aren't you the busy little girl?
Aren't you supposed to sound a trumpet before you just pop in on someone?
Oh, that's just in the movies, sweet girl.
What you reading?
Well, actually, your medical records.
My medical records?
Yes. Your medical records from 1956.
What on earth are you doing digging into my old medical records?
Well, I have to know what happened on March 5th, 1956.
Where did you get those records? Dr. Cornell promised me no one would ever see them.
Why don't you want me to see them?
All right, put them down. I'll tell you, but that will be the end of it. No more playing detective with my life.
All right. What is it, Aunt Ella?
Now remember, this was the 1950s. Times have changed, but back then, well, I wasn't married.
Wait, you're pregnant? And you were 45?
Surprise!
But who was the father?
No one you know. Someone I met on a train coming from California, a stranger.
So you had a one-night stand with a stranger you met on a train?
We met in the club car, had a few cocktails, made a little small talk, and well, one thing led to another. I don't even remember his name.
But your journal said, and I have it right here, said, let's see, quote, "I've decided not to tell him," end quote. So if you didn't know his name, then you couldn't have told him even if you wanted to.
That's right. I gave the child up for adoption. It was easier that way.
So you had a baby and no one but Dr. Cornell Sr. knew about it?
I told everyone I was going on a cruise around the world for 8 months or so.
And you gave the baby up for adoption?
Please, Katie, please don't tell anyone else. It was the most painful decision I've ever had to make. Let the secret stay buried.
If she really wanted the secret to stay buried, why didn't she rip March 5th, 1956 out of the journal? Will Curious Katie agree to stop looking into Aunt Ella's mysterious past? I guess we'll find out after the break.
Who are these people and what are they doing? Well, they're talk show hosts, tourists, celebrities, and reporters from your neighboring county of Sweet Swine. Yes, I said Sweet Swine County, and they're sharing what they've learned about the businesses and points of interest in the small towns of the Midwest. Learn all that they learned on DestinationSmallTown.com.
This program is made possible in part by Swine Tales Publications, the proud publisher of Sweet Swine County maps and plat books, now publishing authors from throughout Sweet Swine County. Swine Tales Publication is now making plans for their next book tour, and they may be held in these small towns with the release of Plowing Through Life by renowned life coach Elmer Plow. Elmer shares his proven 5-step plan for a better life. With advice that includes get a grip and snap out of it, Elmer's program is so ingenious in its simplicity and detail. It's sure to help a couple of people. Each of these towns and their businesses are being considered to hold a book signing because of the information found on the best source about small towns of the Midwest. To learn about these towns and their businesses, visit DestinationSmallTown.com.
Get ready, because now you can see a late-night talk show filmed in front of a discerning yet agreeable studio audience. Split Hoof tonight. Cousin John and his incomparable sidekick, Earl Silo, interview a roster of guests who make appearances that you won't want to miss. Now on this station and the web.
This program has been made possible by the Swine Song Commune, where musicians, artists, and hippie types live together and share their passions. To learn more, visit the online magazine at sweetswinescoop.com.
Welcome back to As the Corn Grows. Now we join Katie as she meets with Mrs. Swanson to discuss the fall of 1956.
Door's open. Come in.
I am so glad I caught you in.
Well, listen, I'm always in after that money-grabbing farmhand of yours took my last dollar.
I am so sorry about that. I'm so sorry things didn't work out for you, too. But you still have the catering business, yes?
Well, yes, I do. But it just seems like these days I'm just a day late and a dollar short.
Well, I am so sorry, and I wish I could help you. I did hear that you sold your house to Prairie Ann.
Oh, yeah, yes, I did sell it to her, but I miss that place.
I know. Change can be so difficult.
Yes, I know, Katie. I shouldn't take it out on you, really. But what brings you by?
Well, my dear, I have found out some news about that mysterious journal entry of Aunt Ella's dated March 5th, 1956.
You did?
Yes, and I'm hoping that you can perhaps fill in a few blanks for me.
What did you find out?
Well, it wasn't easy, I'll tell you. First, I went to Dr. Cornell, and he was about as helpful as a bag of rocks.
Well, not unlike his father, who was just like him.
Well, then I went to Lawyer Ed, and I wanted to see if there was a legal way to obtain her medical records. But all he saw was dollars, dollars, dollars.
Well, tell me about it. I went to him when I was going to sue Ronnie P. Silage, you know. Well, he would not even take my case and sent me a bill for $156 for consulting.
Lawyers! You look it up in the dictionary and it says, a waste of oxygen!
You're right. I think you're right.
Anyway, what I decided to do was to go see Norma, you know, over at Edie's Cafe.
Good move. Norma is like a gossip magnet.
You got that right. Dr. Cornell hired Norma to transcribe his medical records onto the modern system, and he said that she was to destroy them after she was done.
And she remembered some of it?
Well, better than that. She hadn't gotten around to destroying the medical records yet.
And she gave them to you?
Yes.
That's illegal.
Well, maybe, but I don't care. I don't care.
Okay.
Do you want to know, or don't you, what I found out?
Of course I do.
I have to ask you to promise me. I'm telling you, you cannot tell anybody what I'm about to tell you.
I can keep a secret.
It turns out that on October 31st, 1956, our beloved Aunt Ella gave birth to a baby.
A baby?
Yes. Didn't she ever tell you about it?
Well, you know, I married Mr. Swanson, and we didn't move here till 1958.
Yes, but you were her closest friend.
I promised her that I would never betray her confidence.
Well, I think that what happened was that she left Sweet Swine County during the pregnancy, and then she gave the child up for adoption.
And where did you get that idea?
Well, it's kind of complicated. Let's just say I have it on a rather high authority.
Well, Katie, have you heard of that saying that says, why not let a sleeping dog lie?
Yes, Stone, over 25 hogs and 7 chickens were found this morning in the town hall fountain just splashing away. Oh my! We interrupt this program with breaking news. Little John, Cousin John's only child, has been kidnapped. You heard me right, folks. We now go to our newest field reporter, Cassidy Davis, for more information. Cassidy, are you there?
Yes, Barbara. This is Cassidy Davis reporting live from Sweet Swine International Airport. Not an hour ago, this reporter received a tip that Mystic Ray, former lover of John Robert Olson and mother of Little John, has abducted the child and is attempting to escape via plane.
Describe the scene for us, Cassidy.
I'm at the terminal, and Mystic Ray is attempting to board the plane with Little John in tow.
Is Officer Dave on the scene?
No, Officer Dave is currently in High Horse, attending an emergency preparedness seminar, which given the circumstances is slightly ironic.
So there is no law enforcement there right now?
Melvin the jailer arrived only moments ago. He is attempting to subdue Mystic Ray before she boards the plane. Oh my!
Well, Cassidy, are you all right?
Mystic Ray is using Little John as a human shield. She's waving the gun around. It's a very intense scene out there, folks.
Well, why don't the air traffic controllers stop the plane? Can't they shut it down?
I'm told that the plane is piloted and owned by Mystic Ray's Hungarian knife-throwing husband, Gaspar. Oh, I'm just receiving word that another woman has rushed out into the tarmac and appears to be brandishing a gun.
Well, can you identify this mystery woman?
Witnesses on the scene report that it appears to be Minnie Olson. John Robert Olson's girlfriend, and she's joined the fight to attempt to secure his fate. Oh my. Oh. There seems to be a lot of yelling out there, folks. I hear the engines revving up, the cockpit door has begun to open. This doesn't look good.
Well, can you tell us what Melvin is doing to try to stop the escape?
At this time, Melvin seems powerless to intervene as Mystic Ray continues to use Little John as a human shield, and she is currently boarding the plane.
Cassidy, can you tell if Little John is all right?
From this vantage point, I can't be sure, Barbara. There are so many people attempting to rush in and help the situation, help Little John. As the plane is taxiing off the runway, it looks as if Mystic Ray has made a successful escape.
Well, there you have it, folks. Please stay tuned to find out more information about this bizarre kidnapping attempt.
Well, this is an exciting turn of events. Will Barbara be nominated for a Peabody for Excellence? And will Cassidy realize she's been off camera for the last 15 minutes? Find out next time on As the Code Grows!
This program has been made possible by SweetSwineScoop.com, the online magazine that keeps Sweet Swine County citizens informed on what's happening. For if it happens in Sweet Swine County, it's news to us.
Get ready for a website like no other. A website where you will find stories done by reporters, tourists, and celebrities from Sweet Swine County. Yes, I said Sweet Swine County. With nothing happening in their county, they decided to do some stories about the businesses and points of interest located in their neighboring towns and counties. Take a unique look at life inside the small towns of the Midwest by visiting DestinationSmallTown.com.
This program is made possible in part by Swine Tales Publication, the proud publisher of Sweet Swine County maps and plat books, now publishing authors from throughout Sweet Swine County. Swinetail Publications is now making plans for their next book tour, and they may be held in these small towns with the release of I Married a Swine by Destiny Disaster. Born in the Bronx, the youngest of 13 children, she learned how to fight for what she wanted at a very tender age. With stars in her eyes and a dream in her heart, she left home at 16 and set out to make it on the Big White Way. Undeterred by the competition, she found herself waiting tables at the Footlight Cafe in order to keep a roof over her head when a chance meeting led to what she believed to be the love of her life. Boy, was she wrong. You can't judge a book by its cover, girls, and this guy's cover was every girl's fantasy. Rich, handsome, funny. That is, until she married the guy. What happened next? Well, you'll just have to buy the book. It's worth every penny in life lessons learned. She got out with her life, and next time she'll have her eyes wide open to what lies beneath. Each of these towns are being considered for a book signing because of the information found on the best source about small towns of the Midwest. To learn about these towns, visit DestinationSmallTown.com.
Get ready, because our culinary expert and, dare we say, wine aficionado beyond belief, Betty Thompson, is preparing some tantalizing dishes for us on her show, Cooking It Up with Betty. In the midst of cooking, our dear old Betty does join her What's Cooking reporters traveling throughout our story country. Now, on this station and the web.
The lifestyles led in the small towns and counties of the Midwest are like no other. But we seldom hear about the points of interest and businesses located in these towns. Well, there's one TV station that's made it their mission to make sure the stories of the small towns of the Midwest are told, Cluck TV. That's right, Cluck TV, located in the neighboring county of Sweet Swine. See all the towns that are covered on KLUKTV.com.